This is day 19, when the shine wears off. You know that feeling when you commit to something new, something that fills you with excitement and its promise? It's invigorating, isn't it? The early days of a new habit or commitment are usually powered by a kind of internal glow, a shine that fuels you to push forward, fueled by the excitement of what this change could bring. But somewhere along the way, usually around days 18 to 30, that initial excitement starts to fade. The shine, the luster of your glorious new commitment wears off. This period, what I call the danger zone, is where most of us lose steam. It's a time when the commitment feels heavy. We start questioning our decision to pursue it. The mind can go from optimistic, filled with the big, bold why that motivated us, to suddenly dulled by the monotony of routine. I've seen this happen time and time again in my own life, and I've seen it in others who are striving to make a real change. But here's the thing. What we do when the shine wears off defines whether we'll succeed or slip back into old habits. We drift into disconnection. Let's say you're in the middle of a commitment to get in shape, meditate daily, or write every morning. Those first few weeks are fueled by hope and positivity, even maybe a little overconfidence. We set out with purpose, and in those early stages, it's easy to remind ourselves why we're doing it. There's a palpable excitement that reinforces the process. But somewhere around the 3-week mark, routine settles in, and we're left staring down the raw, unscripted truth. Sticking to this commitment is just hard work. It's easy at this stage to forget why we started in the first place. Distractions creep in, our motivation wanes, and the powerful purpose we felt at the beginning seems like a distant echo. We start to drift, and in the absence of purpose, the effort feels less meaningful. This is where commitments go to die, not because the commitment isn't valuable, but because we lose touch with its purpose. So essentially, we need to reconnect with the why. So how do we combat that drift? When the shine wears off, it's time to dig deeper to remind ourselves why this journey really matters. One of the most powerful ways I've found to do this is by stepping out of my usual environment. Sometimes I'll go for a walk, take a hike, or just sit quietly in a space where I can think and reflect. In these moments, I intentionally reconnect with the why, the reason I started this commitment in the first place. For you, this might mean recalling the health benefits you want, the creativity you hope to unlock, or the inner peace that led you to meditate in the first place. Take the time to reflect on what it felt like before you began the journey. Remember what pushed you to commit, and ask yourself, how will my life look if I follow through? What happens if I don't? You may want to journal about this, meditate, or even pray. Whatever helps you realign with your purpose, embrace it fully. I would embrace the process, not just look at the result. One of the biggest mistakes we make is fixating only on the end goal and expecting that feeling of excitement to carry us through. But true commitment is about embracing the process, even when it doesn't feel glamorous. Those times when we're in the thick of it, struggling to keep going, these are the moments that forge real change. They are the daily micro-decisions to keep going, even when we don't feel like it. The journey isn't just about achieving something external. It's about becoming someone who follows through, someone who honors their commitments, especially when it's hard. When we push through this period, we find that the shine doesn't really disappear. It just changes. It transforms into a quieter, deeper kind of satisfaction, the kind that comes from knowing you're honoring your commitment, not because it's easy, but because it matters. You can make the danger zone work for you. When you hit this danger zone, remember that this is exactly where most people give up. You're at the critical point. Knowing this alone can help you dig in when it gets tough. See the danger zone, see that not as a sign to stop, but as a test. A reminder that to truly transform, we have to push beyond the shine and stick with the grind. When the shine wears off, don't see it as a failure or a sign that the commitment isn't for you. Instead, see it as the next step in the journey. You're not just here for the easy parts, you're here to grow. And growth doesn't always feel good, but it always leads us somewhere better. So here are my final thoughts. Commitment is not a sprint, it's obviously a marathon. The early days may be bright and exciting, but real transformation lies on the other side of the tough moments. It lies in the days when we choose to keep going even though the shine is worn off. By reconnecting with your purpose and pushing through the danger zone, you'll find a deeper, more meaningful reward waiting on the other side. A lasting change that stays with you, long after the initial excitement has faded. So when the shine does wear off, keep going. Honor the commitment, trust the process, and let this journey refine you. because on the other side of the struggle, you'll find a version of yourself who's stronger, more resilient, and fully committed to the life you truly want.